Hi friends, today we will see the condition statements. Conditional statements. Conditional statements. Conditional statements are used to perform the decision making. It is used to perform the decision making. Decision making. Conditions are used to restrict the perform some action or some instruction according to the given expression expression true or false. True or false. The syntax of the writing the conditions like there are sorry before going to syntax there are only there are three types of three types of conditions are there. There are three types of conditions are available. First one is if statement. Second one is if else statement. Third one is if elif else statement. Conditions are used to perform the decision making. Conditions are used to restrict the perform the some action or instruction according to the given expression true or false. We will see the syntax of the conditions. Syntax of the if statement. If if some condition or will take like this some condition column and we will take some tab space two three tab spaces. We will write statements. Statement 1, statement 2, like this. Statement 3, so on. Syntax of the first time writing the syntax of the all the statements like if statement, if else statement, and if else statement. Syntax of the if else statement. This is if statement. This is if else statement. If else statement. If condition this condition is true, it goes to the if statement like statements. Else else it starts from the begin first column. Again it follows the three dash spaces. Statement, statement 4, statement 5, statement 6. Like these statements are available. So on here also so on. Like these statements are available. This is a if-else statement. Syntax of if-elif-else statement. First one is if statement, condition, statement 1, like statements, elif, again condition, this one is a condition 1, take, this one is a condition 2, again statements, some statements are instructions, else, that if else is not, this one is a false, this condition 1 is a false, this one also false, means it will comes to the statement like else statements. We will see one by one with a program. If data like if I'm taking that number number one equals to 10, number 2 equals to 20. If I am giving like statements like number 1 greater than number 2, I am making this one is a if print number 1 is greater than number 1 is greater than number 2. Dot format of number 1 comma number 2. Writing this statement. Python. I'm executing that program Python test.py. I did not get any output because of these statements makes the false. Or you can use the print also. Number 1 debug. This is a debugging skills. Number 1 greater than number 2. You can write print also. If this statement is true, this instruction inside the if condition, if statement is executed. If the statement inside the false, that like number 1 greater than number 2 makes that false, this automatically the statements is ignored or not executed. We will see the output. We got the false is the output. That's why the statement is not executed. If you take that statement number 1 greater than number 2 greater than number 1, it will change here also number 1, number 2. We will see the output cls python test.py. We got the true that number 1 10 is greater than number 2 20. Okay, sorry. We will change here also number 2 and number 1. I'm removing this one. CLS Python test.py. Number 120 is greater than number 2. Sorry, I have to change the entire statement. This is a number 2. This is a number 1. Now we will see. Number 220 is greater than number 110. For if you want to write the else statements also, I'm making that comment. If number 1 greater than number 2, print of is greater than number 2. Format of number 1 comma number 2. or else is less than number 2. Short format of number 1, comma number 2. 10 is less than 20. We will see like example of if-else statement. If I am going to take, instead of you taking this one, if I am going to take the one day equal to 0. I'm printing like if day equals to, I'm printing like if day equals to 0, making this indentation print of day is Sunday. If day is equals to 1, I'm printing like day is Monday. Instead of writing if again, I'm using that else if. We can write if also. If day is equals to 22, we can print day is Tuesday. Say 3, this one is a 4, this one is a 5, this one is a Wednesday, this one is a Thursday, this one is a Friday, last one is last one is Saturday. This one is 6. I'm taking day 6. Last one is else statement. Print day is not available. Please check the day. Please check the day. If you write like this and you can print day is Sunday and day is not available. We are right getting that O. Else also. Like instead of writing like this, we can write that else if, elif, 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 like this. If you try to CLS and try to print this one, day is a Sunday. If you give instead of 0, you can give 3, day is Wednesday. You can give instead of 3, you can give 6, day is Saturday. Give 7, you can get that day is not available. Please check the day. Like this, we can perform the if, elif, else. I'm going to tell that not here. I will copy this all the examples here. These are our examples. Or we can take like this, remove this one and copy and paste here. Paste here. In which conditions that if I'm going to teach some conditions like expressions like in which expressions there is a if becomes that here in which conditions this expression becomes is true like statement. In which conditions this expression becomes true? I will teach these expressions one by one here, directly here only. If take that A is equals to, I'm taking that all the data types in variables, A is equals to B. I'm taking this number, I'm taking this one is a string one or S1. S1 is this one is a string. Mm, and take that Python. I'm taking that Boolean like is match like is single. I'm taking like this false. Taking this one like I'm taking that float uh, marks like not marks salary. I'm taking instead of marks. Salary is 45,000 six seven. I'm taking like complex. Comp is equals to 10 plus 20j. I'm taking that empty also, empty space. I'm taking this one, I'm making this one is a number one. I'm taking this number two is equals to, I'm making this is a zero instead of taking one more data type like uh, e is equals to none. I'm taking this one also. We will see one by one the statements which one gives that false and which one gives that true. We will see here number one column execute this statement. The statement is true. I'm writing the dummy statement, or we can take dummy statement. I'm writing like this. Execute this statement. Dummy statement is executed. Here, that number one, like if you take that number also, it will give the true only. Instead of this, if you take number two, print statement, dummy statement, dummy statement two. So I will make this one. Dummy statement one is executed, dummy statement two is not executed. I'm making this comment and execute once again. This statement is executed. If ES1 column dummy statement 3 or 3 we can write. Comment this one. Python test.py dummy statement 3 is executed. I will write this one is a false. This gives the false condition. This one gives the true condition. This one gives the true condition. If is a single column print dummy statement 4. Can't get the dy. For this, I'm not get the answer. The statement gives that false. Already this is single is a false only. That's why he is giving written. It is the statement is not printing due to this. If you take, I'm taking that one more is marks. I'm taking the true. If is marks print dummy statement is statement 5. Dummy statement 5 is printed. Because of the statement returns the true. True. If salary, if salary print dummy statement in 6. Dummy statement 6 is printed. I'm making this one average salary AVG. I'm making this 0.0. If AVG column print dummy statement 6 and this one is 7. Dummy statement 6 is printed, but dummy statement 7 is not printed. Making this one gives true. This one gives false statement. If you will see remaining com and empty and none. If you try to print dummy statement 8, I got the answer is dummy statement 8. It will give the 2 is the answer. If empty print of dummy statement 9. Python test.py dummy statement 8 is printed. 9 is not printed because of statement returns the false. If and what is t? If t print of dummy statement 10. CLS Python test.py. I did not got answer. Which statement gives that false? False. In this we have observed that note except the none empty false 0 or 0, 0.0, except this remaining all cases, all cases statements becomes, that expression becomes the true. True. Expression becomes the true. We will take combination expressions also. If you take A is equals to some 10, B is equals to some 20, C is equals to some 30. I am taking that three variables. If you print that combination of A greater than B and B A greater than C, if you take that A is greater, greatest number, greatest number, else, else if B greater than A and B greater than C, B is greater number, greatest number, else print C is greatest number. Can print the format here C dot format of B dot format of A. If we try to execute this one, the T is greatest number we got is example 1. Output is the T is greatest number. Another example we will see. If is married, see that if he is married, I'm giving that false. I'm writing the statement called not is married. I'm writing like this, not is married, print the person is not married, else person is married. I'm making this one. Python test.py. Person is not married. If you make this one as true, that he is married is true. Like he is making that person is married. We will get the answer is person is married. Example 2. Output is person is married. You will see one more output. We will see the ternary operator here. Ternary operator. This operator is used like a single statement in if suppose I'm taking that two numbers, number one is equals to 10, number two equals to 20. I'm making like print a number one. I'm making directly in the print only. Print number one if number one greater than number two, or else number two. I'm getting that 20 is the number, or we can assign a result. Result equals to number one if number one greater than number two, else number two. Print like this also. You can print result also directly. Python test.py. I got the same put. If you can give the 120 also, you will get the different output. Like 100 is printed, this one is printed, this one is a ternary operator example. This is a ternary operator example. Output is 100. One more example like we will see one ternary operator only. Ternary operator only, but three numbers combination. Number one is equals to 100. Number two equals to 25. Number three equals to 75. I'm taking. I'm using that printing the result and greatest number or max number out of three. Number one is greater if condition number one greater than number two, and number one greater than number three, or else I'm writing this one is a one statement like number two is greater if number two greater number one, and number number two is greater number three, else number three. I'm printing that max number in the max number. CLS Python test.py. I got the answer is 100. If you change the numbers 100, 250 and 75, I got the answer is 250. That answer is 250. Like this, we can write ternary operators for three numbers also. Example in here. If you take maximum of four numbers also, we will see same ternary operator only. I'm making this one is 150 or 450. I will make if maximum of four numbers four members. I'm printing that number one if number one greater number two, and number one greater number three, and number one greater number four. Only that condition is true Only this all condition is satisfies, all condition is true. In that case only number 1 is giving that maximum of 4 number, or else number 2, if number 2 is greater number 1, again checking, and number 2 is greater number 3, and number 2 is greater number 4. I'm checking this one, else printing that number 3, if number 3 is greater number 1, and number 3 is greater number 2, and number 3 is greater number 4, else number 4 I'm printing max of 4 numbers. If you take max of 4 numbers, is result, I got the 450 is the answer. Instead of I'm taking that 750, 100, 250, 750 and 450. CLS Python test.py. I got the 750 is the answer. That last program we will see on if condition, but using that in operator. If statement, like if-else statement using with in operator, in membership operator. I'm taking this one string message called S1 is equals to Python is very easy programming language. If suppose I'm checking this, that S2 is equals to, I'm checking that easy is word is present in the S1. If S2 in S1, that easy like S1 is present in the S1. This one is S2. I'm making this S2 is present in the S1 dot format of S2, S1 equals to S1, S2 equals to S2. I'm making this one, else print of, I'm copying this same statement, is not present in the S1. I'm checking like this easy word is present in the S1 or not. Easy is present in the very easy programming language. Like instead of doing like this, make this one as a quotes. Easy to understand. Like here also, quotes, single quotes. That single quotes is possible in the double quotes. That's why I'm making this one as a single quotes. CLS Python test.py. Easy is present in the Python is very easy programming language. Like we will see, not in also. If else statement with not in operate membership operator also. Same I'm taking. This one is I'm commenting. Instead of easy, I'm taking this difficult. The S2 is not in S1. I'm writing this that S2 is not present in the S1. Here, this one is a reverse of the in operator. S2 is present in the S1. Or we can take change this one is a instead of S1 S2. If it confusion means I'm making this S3. Sorry, this one is a S4. This one is a S1 S3. This one is a S3. This one is a S3. Sorry, this one is S4. This one is S4. This one is a S3. This one is a S3. I'm making this one continuously. S3 equals to S3 comma S4 equals to S4. S3 equals to S3 comma S4 equals to S4. See the output of this one. The difficulty is not present in the Python is very easy programming language. If you feeling this one is a difficult and write that Java is dynamic programming language or like statically typed programming language. Instead of this one, I'm taking this one as a dynamic control. Dynamic is not present in the Java is statically typed programming language. Or we can take static to take static is present in the Java is statically typed programming language. We will got the answer. Example. We have seen some good examples here. In the day by next sessions are after the completion of the control statements also we will see some of state good programming practices. Thank you, friends. We will meet in the next session. Please, if you like my content, please like and subscribe.